Hello, I'm Bokeri. I'm the solo developer of Crops, an asynchronous PvP auto battler on Steam. This is the first official Crops tournament and it features community members, YouTubers, and even the #1 player in the world. I will be your host and commentating the entire tournament throughout a series of videos. I hope you enjoy. Welcome to the second game here in the Crops tournament. Now today we're gonna have to look at the Thebaldweeb versus Jake match, and as you saw last time, Juice beat Gooba 2-0, which means that whoever wins today's match is gonna be facing Juice in the semifinals. The Thebaldweeb is a community member of the Crops Discord, and Jake is the #1 player in the world. It's going to be interesting. Now, keep in mind that this match was recorded before the Dragon Fruit Blueberry update, which means that those crops are not going to be present in the matches today. But the players were so kind to show their loadouts before each match. So let's take a look at that. So this is the loadouts from game 1, and the Thebaldweeb here, he has a cabbage plus lemon combo here, which had synergy before the dragon fruit update. Lemon gives health to the cabbage, and the apple with the leek, also a combo giving damage there, and also actually the onion and jalapeno is also a combo because back then the onion gave damage to the jalapeno. Also he has cherry, avocado, and the lime. So it's a very well-rounded build. Nothing very specific like a full-on pumpkin build or something like that, right? Just a lot of small combos here and there. So he has a lot of different opportunities. It's going to be interesting to see where he takes this. Taking a look at Jake's build here for game 1. So this is actually what looks like a pumpkin build. Yeah, he has a pumpkin and a lot of small crops. He actually has strawberry and cherry as well, which is a little controversial for this build because, as you might know, the pumpkin takes up 5 spaces and you don't really have space for that much other than the pumpkin. You want some unique crops touching it, some small ones like rice and cauliflower. But the strawberry and cherry is actually 4 space crops, it's 4 tiles, right? So it's going to be very hard to fit those in with the pumpkin. But with that said, though, I think it might be a good counter. Like the cherry is a good counter to ranged builds, and the strawberry is a good counter to swarm builds. So it might be just some tech crops he put in just to counter his opponent in case he faces that. But let's get right into it and find out what happens. All right, so we are in the game. Now, this is the Thebaldweeb's perspective, and we are obviously going to be changing perspectives throughout the games. So seems like the Thebaldweeb is going to go for an apple start. Interesting. I don't know how many crops the apple beats round 1. Not too many, though. And it does not seem like it's going to beat the shrooms. So Jake going for a mushroom start here, which I mean, it would be good to have some AoE against those now that the Thebaldweeb knows he's against some shrooms. But okay, he's going to pick an avocado, which has high single target DPS. It might be a play. I mean, the avocado does one-shot shrooms. But he did skip an onion, which is, I mean, pretty good against the shrooms, I think. So, but maybe he has a plan. We're going to have to find out. Jake does take round number 2 as well. Oh, he picks the lemon here. Okay, so that does have synergy with the avocado. Currently, it has synergy with any exotic crop, but back then it was actually only the avocado, so it buffs the lemon with +1 damage. So maybe the Thebaldweeb's plan is to go for some avocado lemon shenanigans. But Jake did get immunity on the shroom there, so very strong, because as you might know, the shrooms spawn clones of themselves. So giving immunity to a shroom there is pretty strong. Oh, is he? Oh, okay. Jake actually won that round as well. 1 health left on that strawberry. Jake got a apple here, and I mean, Jake is actually known for his apple build on the ladder. I know he's been spamming a lot of apple builds in PvP, but I don't know if he usually runs strawberry. That might be a tournament special. From his side. But he does get beaten here by the Thebaldweeb's avocado lemon combo, so that's interesting. Leek, very good. Synergy with the apple, giving it more damage. So yeah, that's a pretty obvious pick there from Jake. Pretty good positioning, just putting them close together. And the Thebaldweeb did get a cabbage here. It's not gonna be enough. He's gonna get run down by Jake's swarm build here. Is it gonna be a revival? Oh, he goes for the apple. That's interesting. Oh, and he gets the spot. Oh, he got the perfect spot. That is interesting, actually. Like, Jake has some very good field management here. I mean, I think most players would usually pick some more fields in that case, but Jake goes for more crops rather than having a lot of leftover fields. And it is going to pay off here. He has more crops on the Thebaldweeb because of some pretty supreme field management. Picks the health and the charge totem. Oh, that's a perfect spot for the health, though. The charge totem is a little controversial. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was before it was changed to the balance totem. It was known to be like pretty much the worst totem in the game. So that's a little controversial, but maybe it's just a flex from Jake. Getting the life totem from the Thebaldweeb on the cabbage, very good. I really like the Thebaldweeb's front line here. Very beefy. I'm gonna have to see if it's gonna be enough against those apples. They deal a lot of damage. Also, sorry if it's a little bit laggy and the quality is not top notch. You know, it's recorded by the players and they have different hardware, so bear with me. Okay, so the Thebaldweeb goes for a lime here. That is a nice play. I like AoE because, you know, he's against a pretty big swarm of units, so AoE is good. Strawberry, a tomato would have probably been better, but I think lime is the only form of AoE the Thebaldweeb put in his deck. So he's gonna have to do with what he put in the deck. Oh, it's looking pretty good. It's actually looking pretty good. I think, is it enough? It is enough. Insane. I love this. This is what I love about 1v1s in crop. Is that you have to, in crops, because you have to like adapt to what your opponent plays. Right now, the Thebaldweeb knows he's against a swarm of enemies, so he has to go for some AoE, like just spam limes, right? When you're against a big ball of melee units. Jake is looking pretty good here. I think the immunity charge mushroom is very strong. Also 12 health is just insane. Double strawberry, double apple. Like, he has tons of damage. And the immunity just buys him time to melt down those cabbages, even though they're insanely big. Maybe it's not even gonna be enough. Oh, it is. It's gonna be barely enough. 3, 2, and 1 health left. Insane. Absolutely insane. Revival here? Or is he gonna pick more? He's gonna pick another apple. And he's gonna find this space for it. Look at that space management. It's insane. Only 2 leftover fields. This really goes to show like how Jake plays and like why he's exactly the #1 player in the world, right? I mean, having good field management, I think, is one of the key aspects of crops. And trying to make everything fit, obviously, because I think Jake right now is actually 1 crop up on the Thebaldweeb. Also, it's 8 wins to 2 right now, so Jake needs 2 more wins to take home this match. And the apple spam is it's really taken shape here for Jake. The Thebaldweeb going for another lemon. Not the best against the swarm build, but it does buff up the health on the cabbage, which is good. We're gonna have to see if it's enough. Those cabbages are very beefy at this point, so it buys the limes time to do their thing, right? I would have probably spread out the limes a bit more, but maybe this is fine. Yeah, it's some very good AoE, but they do reach the lime backline. They don't have a lot of range. Oh, but it's not going to be enough for Jake, though. It's not going to be enough. I really like the lime spam here. It's like just a very solid counter to what he's against. Skipping the onion though, that is a little controversial. I think onion is a very good addition. Just more AoE, right? Just more AoE against that Jake build. But yeah, he just needs feels here, right? Or another lime. But there's no lime. The cabbage, okay. More frontline, okay. Yep, I can dig more frontline. I think that's a very, very fair play from the Thebaldweeb. The citrus build. Limes and lemons. The bubble build. Yeah, and as soon as they reach that lime backline there, it's pretty much over. And Jake is gonna take his 9th win here. Another lime for the Thebaldweeb. I mean, it's not too late to turn it around, right? Seems like Jake is gonna pick a cherry to seal the deal. I think that is a very good play because at this point, right, if the Thebaldweeb gets too many limes, it's gonna be hard for Jake to ever get that final win, right? Too many limes is just gonna be GG. But in order to seal the deal, you know, Jake only needs one more win. He picks a cherry, which is just a very, very strong single unit. It is very good against the lime spam because it just rolls straight to the back line. So I really like this play. I'm gonna have to see if it's enough or if the Thebaldweeb is gonna take over. The quadruple lime there in the middle with a beefy front line. Oh, that cherry is insane. Oh, and it's gonna be devastation. It's gonna be devastation from Jake. Jake is gonna take home the first match. Alright, let's take a look at the loadouts for game 2 here. So, it seems like Jake has the exact same loadout, but the Thebaldweeb did switch it up. So, he removed the jalapeno onion combo, he removed the spring onion and the apple combo, and then he put in a corn, which is nice, and then a tomato and the cauliflower. Maybe he wants to go for some atomic tomato shenanigans. Interesting to see if this is gonna work for him. Let's take a look. All right, and we're in game number 2. Now this is the Thebaldweeb's perspective, and seems like he's got some options here. Cherry doesn't fit on round 1, and cabbage has 0 damage, so it seems like it's gonna be a tomato start, and it is. Now we're gonna have to see if tomato can win round 1. It does win round 1 against a handful of crops. Against the shroom, it's pretty much a 50-50, I think. Maybe the shrooms are favored. Okay, one health left on that single shroom. Cauliflower and tomato. That's some good options. Reroll. Okay. Okay, I like that play as well. It's he's future-proofing here. He's future-proofing. Getting the early reroll is good. But getting the early strawberry is just very good as well. Like, it's going to be a certain win for Jake here. I like how Jake just bulks up in the early game, right? He wants to, he doesn't want to, you know, waste a few stars in the early game. He just picks some strong early crops. And only picks fields when he really needs it. The health is very nice though. Buffing up the shrooms, getting some room for his future crops here. The Thebaldweeb got a corn. It's not even going to be that close, actually. The health on the shrooms is just devastating. Rice is insane. Aloe is also good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, aloe is a great play here because, you know, when you have shrooms and just a lot of units in general, you get a lot of value out of that healing circle. I like it. Like this play. It's going to be hard to deal with, honestly, for the Thebaldweeb. But he did get a cherry. That is also very good, actually. The cherry is just insanely strong, right? It's a strong unit. It does take up a lot of spaces, so I'm gonna have to see if it's gonna be enough. Cherry is generally very good against ranged builds, and this is not a ranged build from Jake. And it is not gonna be enough. Okay. So that is gonna be the, what is that, the 3rd win for, the 4th win for Jake. Damage on the strawberry is good. It's very good. I think that is exactly what the Thebaldweeb needs here. Get some huge explosions. Just AoE Jake down here because you know he has a lot of melee crops. So the explosion is going to be insane. It's not going to be enough yet. But he does pick a lime for even more AoE. Now it's 5-0 for Jake. Which is a bit harsh. But we're going to have to see if the Thebaldweeb can catch up. More melee crops for Jake. He's really building up that ball of vegetable here. Let's see if this is enough for the Thebaldweeb. Damage on tomato is pretty good. It's not gonna be enough yet. It's not gonna be enough yet. Health? More health on the shroom? Yeah, it's gonna be more health on the shroom. Oh, is he gonna pick the nomad totem though? Or the crit? I don't know. I love the nomad totem though. Please pick the nomad. Yes, he's gonna pick the nomad totem. I just love agility in 1v1 crops, dude. Because it just becomes like chess, right? I mean, now now Jake has to put his crops somewhere on the Thebaldweeb's field, and maybe the Thebaldweeb, moves his crops around, and you're gonna have to find out where he puts them. But it doesn't seem like he goes for assassination. He does go for a agility aloe vera on the other hand. Which is good. I mean, putting the aloe in the front is good. Make sure it dies first. And he's gonna run down the Thebaldweeb once again here. Does go for an immunity. Oh yeah, the immunity health shrooms. A classic. Strawberry is a very nice pick. Very nice pick. The more AoE, the better, right? The Thebaldweeb just has to AoE him down. Also, the unlimited range on the lime is very, very good, actually. I think this could be enough. Oh, what a good explosion. Unlimited range lime? Let's go. It's enough. Insane. And now it begins, right? Jake has to like make an assassin now with the nomad totem and find out where the Thebaldweeb places his unlimited range lime. So now the chess match begins. Does pick another lime. I like that. And there it is. The assassin strawberry. Oh, he's not gonna make it an assassin. Or is he? He should, right? He knows that the Thebaldweeb has an unlimited range lime here. But he does not choose to try to assassinate it. Interesting. But I mean, okay, I guess it's a strawberry with a lot of AoE, so he wants it in the front to clear out that ball of units there. Also, it seems like there's like some kind of bug with that lime up in the corner because its bubble doesn't shoot with unlimited range. So that's interesting. It's a bug I'm gonna have to fix. But the Thebaldweeb did take home the victory regardless. So let's see. Seems like Jake does not have space for the leak. But he's going to make an assassin cherry though. He's going to roll from the back line. That is interesting. I like that. The question is, can he hit the lime in the back line though? Oh, it's on top of it, but it rolls past it. It didn't even kill it. Okay. I think the Thebaldweeb has. Yeah, he has. That's crazy. Okay, third win for the Thebaldweeb. He's slowly turning this game around. I think, yeah, he needs more AoE. Just like another lime is fine. I actually think the cauliflower would also have been very good, but more lime is always good against horde builds like this. Just knock them back and deal with multiple enemies at the same time. So let's see how the Thebaldweeb places his crops here. He does put the cauliflower in the back to protect the lime. Oh, but it gets insta-killed by the cherry. Rolls directly into it. God. Oh my god, that is insanity. Devastation, dude, from Jake. Putting the cherry in the back line and rolled straight into the lime and one-shotting it. That is insane. That is exactly what Jake needs to do right now. Assassinate the limes. Get rid of the Thebaldweeb's AoE. The #1 priority. Okay, he does make an immunity cherry here. And only gives agility to the aloe vera. That is interesting. So now he doesn't assassinate. Which might as well be the end of him. Let's find out. I mean, the cherry does still roll it directly into them, to be fair, so... But the limes are strong! But they're not strong enough. Okay, Jake will take that win. Alright. So, what is he gonna do now? He's gonna pick Revival. Oh, and oh my god, that is the perfect Revival spot. But he doesn't want it on the shroom. He wants health and immunity. Oh, he wants the Revival Cherry, dude. That is insane. What an insane play. For those of you who don't know, when Cherry dies, if it has Revival, it will revive and roll again a second time. So that is what Jake wants to do here. Crazy. Crazy play. And he got quadruple agility with the Nomad Totem. Oh my god, this is looking pretty grim. Pretty grim. The Revival Cherry, they were in the back with agility and some units in the front there. But there are a lot of limes here from the Thebaldweeb. A lot of limes, which means a lot of AoE. Good explosion. The Thebaldweeb has it, I think. The Revival on the cherry. Oh my god, it's not enough. That is insane. Jake is gonna take home the victory. Wow. Insane. And with that, we will go in and update the score in the bracket 2-0 for Jake. And it's gonna be Jake versus Juice in the semifinals. The next games that we'll be covering will be SuperAutoGaming versus Purple. Thank you so much for watching. It was a blast to commentate these games. Congratulations to Jake for reaching the semifinals. And if you liked, please hit the like and hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs, so it helps a lot. Thank you very much. See you in the next one. Bye.